That is our undeniable proof of the paranormal.
Oh my God, what the hell?
Listen to you.
Is that a yes?
You all heard that.
That's weird. Right?
That is weird.
That is weird.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Chatter. I'm Adam, joined by
Tommy Waters.
I'm Luke.
And I'm Jack.
Last episode, we investigated the Strauss Mansion. So if you haven't checked out that video, you should go and do so because we got some interesting things in there. This episode, we're taking you to the Guggenheim Memorial Library at Monmouth University, where we did an investigation thanks to Jack's mother.
Jack's mom.
Nancy Massey.
So my mom was a dean at the honor school at Monmouth University, and she retired. But before she retired, she was able to get us into the library after hours. So we got a couple hours of investigating.
Yeah, so this was a interesting location because it's not really a place that I've had any formal investigations done before. There's been some rumors of hauntings of the place and some stories that people have talked about, which we're going to get into. But first, let's talk a little bit about the background and history of this place, and I'll turn it over to Tommy to
That's my turn.
dish that out.
It's my turn.
Resident historian.
Yes, I know how to write and read
And sometimes speak.
and sometimes speak. Formerly known as the Guggenheim Mansion, the library was originally the summer home of Murray Guggenheim, a Swiss-born Jewish immigrant who came to America in 1848. Murray died on November 15, 1939, but his wife Leonie continued to spend summers in West Long Branch. After her death in 1959, the estate became the property of the Murray and Leonie Guggenheim Foundation. The Guggenheim Foundation officially gave the estate to Monmouth University on September 9, 1960. After some modification, the Murray and Leonie Guggenheim Memorial Library was dedicated on September 24th, 1961. It was a pretty place, too. Unfortunately, we couldn't turn off all the lights because, safety reasons or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of priceless artifacts in that building, if I remember right. And so
There were some very expensive things.
don't really
there.
want us walking around in the dark, knocking into things that might be worth more than I'll make in my entire life.
Yeah. So let's turn over to Jack to talk about the layout of the library.
So the Guggenheim Memorial Library was one of the fanciest libraries that we've probably ever been in, if not the fanciest library. The first floor has a giant spiral staircase, a lounge area, and spots to study. This is all in front of numerous rows of bookshelves and the iconic green lamp, one of which sits in front of Adam right now. But none of that really matters because the first floor has the most important thing of all, and that's a fully stocked vending machine.
Oh, God.
I mean,
This vending
it's a vending machine. And we have more with the vending machine coming up, don't you worry.
See, that does seem like a really bizarre detail to throw in, but I promise you it comes back in the end. Pay attention.
The second floor has even more bookshelves than the first. It also has a few priceless sculptures, some private study rooms, and some offices for the honor school.
No vending machines, though, right?
Not that I remember.
Okay,
which
that's very
means
important.
The first floor is definitely better than the second, purely on the vending machine aspect. I think the first floor even had 2 vending machines.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think
it
it did have
Yeah,
2
you're
vending
right.
machines.
The third floor contains more study rooms and bookshelves, and at this point, we go all the way down to the ground level, which has rows of computers and a room full of, you guessed it, more books.
I have a couple stories to read here
Ooh.
about people's experiences that they had in these places that we did not have. Let's
All right, let's hear 'em.
make that clear. But
All right.
this person named Holly Ford,
Henry Ford's daughter.
sure,
Okay.
from a Weird NJ, talked about Monmouth University that she attended in the fall and did a paper on the ghost of the Guggenheim Library. She was told by 2 employees of the library that she walks down the staircase every single night at midnight. She decided to study alone at night in Leonie's sitting room. She said, "While studying, I felt confident the story was fake. Then I heard a loud thud from the hallway. I blew it off and thought perhaps it was somebody who had dropped a book in one of the other rooms. A while later, I heard another loud thud, and this time, I was more alarmed. I ran out in the hallway to see if somebody was there, but no one was. Again, I thought nothing of it and went back to my studies. Then sometime later, I heard another thud, and this time I was sure someone else was there. I ran out into the hallway and inspected the other rooms, but nobody was in them. I felt weirded out and gathered my things and got the heck out of there. A few days later, I told one of the librarians about it, and she looked at me with alarm and said never to study up there alone at night. I asked her why, and she said, well, it's just not safe. Many students feel that the school was trying to conceal what really goes on up there. The library was actually the summer cottage of Murray and Leonie." So that's one of the stories
That's
we
pretty
have here.
interesting. How long ago was that?
Well, this article was published in 2014.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, I don't know when she actually attended the university.
Yeah,
It could have been a while ago.
Yeah, that's not the only instance of people saying that they hear loud noises in the library. There is actually a whole documentary called The Shadows of Shadow Lawn about Monmouth University and the hauntings that have gone on specifically in the library. And one of them talks, actually, a couple of them talk about being in the library alone at night, even sometimes during the day, and just hearing these really loud noises, that something that couldn't have just been made by the place settling, as I often like to say.
So let's get into our investigation,
Oh boy.
if you want to call it an investigation.
Yeah, no, it was
Oh, boy.
us running around with our heads cut off for 2.5 hours.
That's not actually true.
I
I
had
think
a
we're
good time.
misremembering just because we didn't get a lot. Watching through the footage, we actually did legit investigations.
no, we
did
did.
spirit boxes. We split up at one point. The evidence that we got is a little bit sillier than in some of our other episodes, as
Yeah.
you'll see.
To give ourselves a little bit of credit here, I think it is interesting that not every place we go to has evidence here.
Yeah, I mean, I always try and go into investigation with the mentality that set the expectations low. Don't expect anything. And if you get anything, great. If you have any communication, great. But you really shouldn't go in with the mindset like, oh, it's definitely going to be haunted. We're definitely going to be getting all these crazy things.
Before we got serious about this, we used to investigate this cemetery. What was it called?
The Old Tenant Cemetery.
Old Tenant Cemetery. Where was that?
That was in Manalapan.
Yeah. We used to go there, and a couple instances we would actually get some evidence, but other times we would get absolutely nothing at all.
Mhm.
So it's just a back and forth. Like some instances you get something, some you don't. It's just like fishing. You know, sometimes you catch a big
Right.
fish, sometimes your boat flips over and you drown.
When was the last time you went fishing?
Unironically, last summer.
I don't believe
Did you catch anything?
No, I did not.
See, that's what you do.
There you
Go
go.
get the mentality that you're not going to catch anything.
Yeah.
You still have a good time, though, right?
I did.
If we wanted to talk about our first and only piece of evidence.
This is where the foreshadowing.
We really
comes
only
from.
had one piece of evidence here.
Well,
If you
Jack could bring up the other thing if he wants to.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
And let's talk about
All right.
the serious one first.
So we did investigate together at first. I believe we went down to the bottom floor for a little bit. We were on the first floor for a little bit, and then we split up.
Mhm.
Jack and Luke went. Jack and Luke went together. They went up to I think the second floor or third floor.
Yeah, there were some
Um,
study rooms that we sat in for a while, just with the doors so you can close yourself in and you could see glass that showed the hallway, but it's supposed to be like a quiet area where students
Mhm.
can just go rent a room and study. So we sat in there for a little bit.
Yeah. And then Tommy and I went on our own down to the first floor. I think we spent some time earlier that night. Actually, by the way, we passed the vending machine, and we made a joke. I think to each other. Oh, I wonder if the vending machine's haunted. Just passing joke.
Yeah.
Later that night when we return to the vending machine, that's when something interesting actually did happen.
Have you ever haunted the vending machines?
Is that a yes?
That's weird,
That
right?
is weird.
That is weird.
And it's in the same spot. It's just going back to zero. It's back to zero. Okay. So is that a yes on the haunted vending machine?
Can you make something come out of the vending machine?
It's gonna go up again. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
up
For
right
that,
there.
that's because it's right next to it.
But it went up over here.
Wow, there's some good stuff in this. They weren't kidding.
Yeah, really solid content, guys.
So
Giggling about vending
a
machines.
couple things to note there. We asked about the vending machine. Is it haunted? Right?
Yeah.
I have an EMF detector in my hand.
Yep.
And so that spiked. It
Mhm.
was detecting something in the middle of the hallway. Wasn't earlier. I didn't move my hand. You saw. And clearly you saw me go over to the vending machine.
Yeah.
And pointed at it, and it goes off because it's
Yeah,
emitting
you had to get pretty
electromagnetic
close to it
frequencies.
for it to go off.
So, but yeah, you had to get right up to it for it to actually trigger anything. So for it to just go off in the middle of the hallway like that, and not for me to move. Sometimes you can move it a little bit, and certain areas will have something getting emitted for some reason. But I didn't move my hand.
It is bizarre. However, in a very electrically charged building with plenty of wires and everything, I'm kind of hesitant to believe this one here.
Well, that's why we got to show the next video.
Yeah, exactly.
You think this is a joke until you see the next one.
Are you hungry?
Should we buy something from the vending machine?
Make this go off for a yes. And we will do it. Have my wallet. That is freaky.
Dude.
Okay, we have to buy something.
My God, what the hell?
Listen to you. Oh, we're gonna buy something.
This is a bizarre situation we find ourselves.
Very strange. Okay.
Oh
Jack,
man.
what is your take on this here?
So I think this is proof of the paranormal. I think we finally caught something. And if this doesn't prove ghosts, I don't know what does.
This is so weird. Like, this really is so weird. Like, it really feels like what's the ghost's angle
It
here?
was, yeah, I mean, and you saw, I did not move my hand at all when it went off. It's not like I moved it to a location where there was being something emitted. It just happened. Now, again, there's a lot of wires. Maybe there's something going on there, but coincidence, maybe.
Ghost.
But
Also, maybe,
right after
yeah.
we're asking questions, I mean, and we asked to buy something from the vending machine, and guess what we did?
We did
We bought something from the vending machine, ladies and gentlemen. I have right here
Oh.
the goldfish
the infamous
that we bought from the vending
goldfish.
machine.
Yep.
And you know what's even freakier about it?
What?
This was the last bag of goldfish in the vending machine.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Did they tell us to buy the goldfish? Was that the next? Is this the
No.
next thing?
No.
We said, should we get the goldfish? And we got the goldfish. But the spirit, I think internally, was telling us to get the goldfish because it was the last one.
The one
Yeah.
thing I wanted to say about that, because I know we talked about it at some point while we were there. What's the expiration date on that goldfish?
We have done extensive.
No, I know.
yeah.
We have September 10th, 2023.
Okay, like you said, we have done.
We have tried to put some pieces of the puzzle together. However, in our research, we have found no significance with that date, with any reference
Mhm.
with the Guggenheims.
Now we tried this. Now we have all of you guys. Let us know, is there significance to this date? Because evidence. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, no. That was the first thing we went to look at. I was like, did anyone die on that date? Any significance?
Like
to this?
we looked up, did they die on that day?
Yeah.
Would they get married? Like,
I still can't get over that Adam just seriously tried to say that the ghost willed him to buy the last.
I was about to get to.
I just have to bring that up.
Do you really believe that the ghost perforated us to buy this?
I think if we believe that the spirit was actually telling us to buy something from the vending machine, why not?
Yeah. Do you think the spirit will want us to open them and to share them now?
I don't think so.
No.
I think this is a sacred bag of goldfish that should never be opened.
Oh,
This is
okay.
as Jack said. That is our ticket to fame here. That is our undeniable proof of the existence of the paranormal.
One more thing on the vending machine. Do we remember what the button to push to get the goldfish was? Maybe that's significant.
That's not terrible.
C21.
Do you think we could see it in the clip? Like, can we see the goldfish bag in the original clip?
I don't remember. So this is the next vending machine clip
Oh, we
that I
had one
have
more?
for you. We have one more.
Is
I
it? It's the same.
honestly
yeah.
can't remember what this clip is. So let's just play it.
It might be us buying it.
It might be.
Well, let's see. What do we want? That's just the vending machine going
Yeah.
crazy. Wait. Okay, yeah, the vending machine is very crazy. Yeah, okay.
Well, let's make it known that we were out there, nowhere near the vending
we
machines.
were out here, and it started going off, and it's at 0 right now. It's at 0. We're gonna buy something from the vending machine. Don't worry, we will listen to you.
Oh man, we didn't get to see it.
We
I
didn't
swear,
film us buying
I
something?
think it was up there.
Yeah,
It was
Did you,
at-
did you catch what number it was?
C1. It's C1.
Where's
They're odd
C1?
numbers only.
Why are they
C1.
on?
Oh.
C1.
Yeah, C1. Okay, well,
C, one more left.
Oh,
Oh,
and, like you can look at it, it's like half dangling. Like maybe the ghost
Yeah.
really positioned it so it drew your eyes to it.
Yeah, let's just ignore the pretzel bag or whatever this is. That's like
no.
half out of the container.
hot take. I would be more convinced on the vending machine
Are
than I
you
would be of the voice
kidding
in the
me?
Strauss
Are you
mansion.
kidding me? Really? We have ruled beyond a. I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
right
listen.
now. I'm not
Hey, if
doing
you don't
this
know
right
what we're
now.
talking about, please go check the previous episode. Great stuff there.
You'll see the mind of Adam that this is more convincing.
Like you actually think think this is hilarious here. I think this is purely coincidence. We didn't get anything
Very well
else
could be.
all evening.
No.
We didn't get a blip, a bump, a scratch. We got nothing. But the vending machine is what we're
Well,
Our-
think about it this way. The vending machine does give off a lot of energy.
Hmm.
So if the spirits feed off of energy, they would hang around the places where they can use that energy. So they might be using the energy of the vending machine to communicate with us. And that's why they're hanging out in this area. and we didn't get anything elsewhere in them.
This is the argument.
Yeah,
that
I
I
was like-
to go with.
I wanted to be on your side. Oh, I wanted to be on your side so bad.
But it is a thing that the spirits feed off of energy.
Yeah, I mean, in other great evidence, I think we have another clip of us getting scared by our shadows. So
Yes. So while, as Adam said, that we split up, so Luke and I went up, we were in that private study room, and we were just trying to get some B-roll, and you'll see how we got scared by our own shadow. So
yeah,
just you can see something moving in that clip. Luke was sitting at the table. He's off to the left of where the camera is, and I'm filming. And all of a sudden, I see this shadow move in what looks like to be the other study room, because that's not a mirror on the wall. That's another study room.
Mhm.
So I, in that moment, go, "Oh my god!" I, in my head, say, is that something? Is something moving there?" And then I see that Luke is rocking, and I'm like, "Oh, it's just Luke's reflection."
I can imagine your like stomach must have dropped when
Oh,
you were
I think
filming.
it did. Oh, I was like, and I by the time I said it to you, I had realized. So unfortunately, we don't get the "oh my god" moment. But in my head, internally, there was, "Oh my god, what is that?"
Most of the time, a university does not want to promote that they have spirits in probably one of their most popular places, where students are in and out of. And based on our investigation, I don't think any student has anything to worry about.
I encourage the students to go check out the vending machine.
Yes. Maybe buy some goldfish. Let's make it so that there's never goldfish available at that vending machine.
We'd also just like to give a huge thank you to Monmouth University
Oh,
for
totally.
allowing us to do this here. Like this again, this was still a very unique experience here. Like I've never heard of anybody else having the chance to even investigate this. So the fact that we even were there, just us wandering around this massive facility, was worth our time. Absolutely.
Thank you, Kurt Wagner. He's the librarian, and he gave us permission, as well as my mom, Nancy Messi.
All right, Adam, let's wrap us up. What do we got?
Yeah, all right. So thanks for watching another episode of Beyond the Chatter. Stay tuned for our next episode where we travel to the Gabriel Davis Tavern to see if we can connect with the spirits of this Revolutionary era house.
And of course, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, give us some comments about what you thought about our, I'd say, very conclusive evidence of the Monmouth University. And of course, to subscribe is always appreciated as, we need to keep Jack well fed over there. Look at that. Look at him. Do a little dance. Do a little dance.
I need more vending machine stuff.
He really does.
I want to collect
We'll
them
make sure
all.
to find places that have vending machines for our investigations
That's all
in the
I
future.
ask. Maybe if there's a vending machine, I'll go off by
So if we could-
myself.
There you go.
So if we go to like an abandoned asylum, but they have a working vending machine there, you're in.
Oh, I'm in.
And you're
Well,
doing
what
it,
did you-
and you'll
I-
do a solo session.
The solo
At the
session.
vending machine, yes.
All right,
Mark
you
that
all
down,
heard
folks.
that. It was recorded.
I'm
Nah.
gonna regret this.
all right.
If we get to 50 likes next episode,
I'm
we'll-
going to buy a
50
vending
likes,
machine
that's it?
50
and
likes.
bring it to the investigation just so we can have one there and Jack could be alone.
If you do that, I will accept the punishment.
All right, everyone.
Thank you
Thanks
all
for
so
watching.
much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.